Good evening. Thanks for joining us on a busy Sunday night. I'm Whit Johnson. We begin with that breaking news. The U.S. military shooting down yet another high-altitude object with a Sidewinder missile. This one over the Great Lakes near the Michigan-Canadian border. It's the fourth object shot out of the sky by U.S. fighter jets in just 8 days. Administration officials say President Biden gave the order to down this latest object out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of military leaders. On Saturday, U.S. F-22s shot down an object over northern Canada after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau gave the order. A joint recovery operation now underway there. And on Friday, another object 40,000 feet in the air over a remote part of Alaska. These incidents coming about a week after the U.S. military shot down a Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina. A senior U.S. official telling ABC News that the U.S. military now has its eyes focused on the skies in a way it didn't before. But tonight, urgent questions about who owns these flying structures and what they're capable of. ABC's White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks leading us off from Washington.
Tonight, President Biden directing U.S. military aircraft to shoot down yet another unidentified object in U.S. airspace over Lake Huron near the Michigan and Canadian border. A senior administration official telling us the object was octagonal in structure, unmanned, and traveling above Michigan's Upper Peninsula at only about 20,000 feet, far lower than other recent objects brought down. No early indication of surveillance capabilities on this object, but officials not ruling it out. The wreckage not yet recovered. This operation, the third like it in 3 days. A clear sign the U.S. government is dramatically ramping up how it polices the skies. A week after that Chinese spy balloon was taken down and put the White House on high alert. One senior administration official telling ABC News the U.S. military now has its eyes focused on the skies in a way it did not before, adjusting the parameters of their radar capabilities, more finely attuned to what is flying above.
And I think now that we have collected the information off the balloon that traveled across the United States, we have the ability to find these balloons, or these objects, I should say, and shoot them down further away from the continental United States.
Michigan Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin writing that she was briefed by Pentagon officials.
It's one thing to see something moving. It's another thing to shoot it down, to try to collect, the damaged pieces.
The FAA Sunday afternoon temporarily closing airspace above Lake Michigan. NORAD saying it was done to ensure the safety of air traffic in the area during NORAD operations. This after airspace was briefly closed Saturday night over Montana, too. NORAD first believing it was a radar blip, but then today detecting that object from Montana over Wisconsin and to Michigan. A joint U.S. and Canadian operation is currently underway to recover an unidentified object brought down by a U.S. fighter jet Saturday in the Canadian Yukon. U.S. and Canadian jets scrambling to check it out. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau consulting with President Biden, and President Biden giving the go-ahead to take the object out.
There's still much to know about it. That's why the analysis of this object is going to be very important. But you can know that this is something that NORAD and Canada and the United States are taking extremely seriously.
That move coming a day after another F-22 fighter jet shot down an unidentified, unmanned object off the coast of Alaska.
Mary Alice Parks back with us now from the White House tonight. Mary Alice, with several of these objects shot down in recent days, what are you learning about the efforts to recover debris?
Wait, it is remarkable the pace and frequency here, and no update on any of the wreckage recovered. Off the coast of Alaska, that recovery team really struggling with icy Arctic conditions. It's been 48 hours since that object was shot down, and still the White House cannot confirm what it was. Now, as for that Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina, one U.S. official telling us that they think that large technology bay has been located. Whit?
Mary Alice, thank you.